Hey everyone, I am back with a reading for you. So, Judas keeps coming up, and someone is protesting too much. And I heard in my ear this morning, no, she's a bitch. So I feel like there's a lot of jealousy, and not just jealousy, but envy of there being a Judas among you, and they want what you have, or they want what you're going after. So I want to see what this is about. So yeah, let's find out. There is a Judas among you. Spirit, what can you tell me about this? Tower. Five. That's the Hierophant, right? Which is interesting, because that's belief, right? In religion. Someone's jealous of how strong you are in your belief. It could be your belief of religion. It could be belief in yourself, in your future, in your dreams. And this person's mask is falling, and they can't keep it up anymore. That's the Sun. Jealous of your happiness. They don't want you to be happy. Seven of Pentacles. You see how he's daydreaming and he's thinking about his future? Yeah, they're jealous of your future. They're jealous of your happiness. They're jealous of what's coming for you. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to move on. The Hanged Man. I feel like you know that you have an inkling as to who this is amongst your friend group. Seven of Wands. And they're trying to fend off being seen, accusations, being found out. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands. So there will be an incoming, and this person will be found out and eventually will go down and will be kicked out. I'm using the Dark Mansion Tarot. What can you tell me, Spirit, about this Tower card, please? I heard be careful. Ace of Wands. I want another one for that. I'm laughing because they're jealous of your creativity and your, you know, your BDE. What can you tell me about this Tower card, please? Of how grand you are, of how big you are. Could be your stature, could be your height. Three of Pentacles is reversed. It's weird because upright doesn't look that sinister, but for some reason upside down they look like vampires to me. I heard they want to bring down your creativity. Maybe your creativity is where you make your money. Your creativity comes from your sacral. Maybe they're trying to attack your sacral, which is orange chakra. That's interesting. The Seven of Wands has come out again. Yeah, they're attacking your faith. They're attacking... And I don't feel like they're attacking it so much out in the open, because that's not what Judas does, right? Judas likes to deny, and, well, you all know the story of Judas, right? Or maybe you don't, I don't know. He's the one who denies Jesus. And then Jesus even says, like, you're going to betray me. And he's like, no, Lord, no, like, I love you. Like, he's like, no, you will. And sure enough, he does it, not just once, not just twice, but 3 times. Behind your back. What else can you tell me about the Hierophant, please? 2 of Cups. It's about someone that you're interested in. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be in love. They don't want you to move forward. Because the person that you're going after, they don't think that you deserve, and they're not just jealous, meaning like the difference between jealousy and envy, right? Jealousy is when you don't think that there's enough to go around and you want it for yourself because you think that if someone else has it that you can't have it. Whereas envy's like an anger, that's like an outward thing. It's like they don't like you, they don't want you to have that, and like F you if you're gonna turn around and have it. They're gonna try and take it from you, or they're gonna try and take you down so that you don't have it. Why are people so fucking vile? They have nothing better to do with their lives. And this is someone in your friend group. This is someone that you consider to be very close to you. Crap, I just took that other card that was there. Yeah, that's so interesting that I just took that card. It was the Ace of Wands that I took back into the deck. They're trying to take it from you. They're trying to take what makes you special, what sets you above everyone else. They're trying to attack you at your sacral, where your desires come in, where your creativity comes in. What can you tell me about the Sun, please? Beware of what people say around you. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. With the Sun. This love of yours, this person that you're interested in, you see her as the Queen of Pentacles. The Star. Because she's everything to you. You see her as everything. She makes you happy. And this person wants to take that from you. They don't want you to have it. Seven of Pentacles. What can I get for the Seven of Pentacles, please? They don't want you to be joyful. They want you to be miserable. They want you to be stuck. Because that's where they are. Because then they'll never amount to what's in store for you. Right? It's like, well, why do you get to be blessed? Why does God, like, when you've done this and you've been this person and you've, like, you know, been through the trenches with the rest of us. Why do you get to be happy? Because you're not like the rest of those people. That's why. 8 of Pentacles with the 7 of Pentacles. Because you're working hard, because you're intelligent, because you have a plan, because you're an innovator, because God has more for you. Because you see your blueprint. What else can I get for the 7? Seems we're doing 2 and 2, right? Page of Swords. So you're learning to fight for yourself in what you believe. You're learning to fight for your dreams. You're learning to fight the good fight for your own life. What can you tell me about the Hanged Man, please? Justice. Oh, so itchy. I just finished shoveling and icing the driveway, so, or salting the driveway. Yeah, while you've been in this deep contemplation and paying attention to yourself, you will have justice in this, and you have the 9 of Cups as well. So you're building, you're gathering, you're being ready to have your cups filled. And what can I get for the 7 of Wands, please? The 2 of Wands. So I heard structure. So, okay, so with the 7 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, and the fact that I heard structure, to me, this person would break the structure of your group, right? You're only as strong as your weakest link. And this person is putting on a performance, right? They're dancing around the inevitable. They're dancing around the accusations because they're protesting too much, because their mask is falling. The Page of Wands is upside down. Yeah, because this person, like, this person is learning creative. They're at the bottom when it comes to being creative. Maybe they're not a very crafty person. Maybe they're not a very artistic person. Maybe they're like in apprentice mode, sort of, right? But they're so jealous and envious that it's like flipped around and they're ruining it for themselves. It's a sad human being, if you ask me. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Wands. There will be an argument, there will be a fight. And this will all come out because it's starting to with this Tower. Because I just heard it today, it very well might be happening now, or is like on the verge of happening. This one, I want to get a little bit more think that's pretty, you know, clear, but what else can you tell us about this fucking Judas? You know, this Iago in your ear. You know, telling you poison, trying to poison your mind, trying to smooth it over. No, no. That's not how I feel. My loyalty lies with you. That's interesting. Okay, so this was already flipped up. The water carrier. So this is how they see you. So you might be a water sign. You might have heavy water in your chart. You don't have to, but you're seen as a person with nobility. You're seen as a person that has balance. You're seen as a person that is compassionate, that helps to alleviate the suffering of others, that is a generous person, that cares for others, who's helpful, who's ethical. And maybe not so much in the past, but they definitely see you as that. And that's a threat to them. It's a threat to their ego. It's a threat to their pride. It's a threat to like them being a person in general. What else can you tell me? Yeah, that goes there for sure. What else can you tell me about this Judas, how they see this person, why they're so jealous, why they're so envious? Any messages to end this off for the collective, please? Yeah, broken vase. Because they're broken inside. Because their vessel is broken. Their vessel is weak. Hardship, misfortune, and crisis. Every time they try to get a leg up, they get pushed back, 2 steps back. They're in grief. They're an opportunist. And they like to destroy and, you know, be the adversary. Major change and challenge. They want to challenge you. They want to challenge everything. They don't want the change to happen. Because it outs them, it gets them pushed out, and then everybody sees them for who they are. And then what are they left with? They're not left with friends, they're not left with stature and status. Status. Crystal ball. This card keeps coming out. So you might be a Scorpio sign. Again, you might be a water sign. That's like a lot of water going on with this broken vase, the water carrier, the star, the cup energy. Because you have intuition, again, with the Hierophant, you're special. You're divine. You have an inner knowing and discernment, and you do see this person. This is your clarification and your confirmation for this. This is something that you already have an inkling of knowing. And if you don't call this person out and get rid of this person, they will ruin things for you. Or they will at least try. Because people like this are so fucking sneaky. Fortress. Okay, so to me, Spirit is saying that you're unbreakable, that you're ready for anything, that you have a backbone, that you have staying power and fortitude, and right now you're being aloof about it. You know, you're seeing how this plays out. You're enduring, and you have lasting power. You're determined, you have true grit. Which is another reason why this person is jealous of you. And that's 2 number 1 cards. Because you're number 1. Right? Can I get one more? I'll get one more and we'll close this out. Last card, please. I just heard the cold. Maybe you're giving this person the cold shoulder. Maybe you're just going to ice them out. Maybe the group is going to ice them out and they won't have any they'll have to leave, kind of thing. Scuba diver, again with the water. So this person is majorly in their feelings, it seems like, as well, but they're burning themselves to the ground. You are going within, you're observing, you're self-examining. I feel like you're fixing whatever inside of you from the past, that maybe little things that you don't really like about yourself, or just things that you need to tame a little bit better and fix a little bit better. You're exploring the unconscious mind, so you're probably, with the self-reflection, you're disconnecting from this person. Yeah, you're not giving them the time of day, I just heard. And you're deep in thoughts, right? 4, stability, home. You're taking your time in your solitude. Okay. Bottom of the deck is bedroom. In this solitude, you're thinking about this love, this person, this 2 of Cups person, this person that you see as the sun and the star. But you're also sleeping on the movements that you're making before you make those moves. You're dreaming about this person and the intimacy and the pleasure between you two. Again, that's Scorpio. That's another water sign. Okay, that's it. So it sounds like you already know this. It sounds like this is already kind of going on. You already have this inkling. And time will tell. And things will be moved and shifted when they need to be. But you got this, and you're in control. So good on you. Have a good day.